Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Is it working? Hello, everybody. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Alright. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I just had to get chat ready. Sorry about this. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here. But we're here. As you can already see, I started this already, but still that doesn't mean we can't keep going, right? So let's do that. It's the beauty of this game, right? You don't care. I don't care. Why should we? Alright. So you're probably wondering why this isn't Black Mesa. Why I'm not continuing Black Mesa, for this stream, and why it's something completely different. Right? Well, I want to tell everybody that today is March 3rd. You might be wondering, what's so special about March 3rd, Glitch? Well, if you've been with the channel long enough to know why March 3rd means so much to me, here, let me try to do something with the volume here. There we go. I don't want it to be too loud. Just can we go back to the game? Alright, hang on. No, I don't want to quit. There we go. Alright, so you might be wondering, okay, Glitch, what's so, important about March 3rd? Alright, well, like I said before, because my mind trailed off, and stuff like that. Alright, so, if you've been with the channel long enough, those of you viewers already know why March 3rd means so much to me, and whatnot. But for the newbies here on the channel, you might be wanting to know why March 3rd is a big deal. Well, March 3rd to me is the time I first became a content creator, in general. Not in the sense that I get paid, because I don't. Trust me, I'm not in the partnership program. Probably never will be. And you know what? I think that's for the best. But yeah. I mean that I made my first video ever on March 3rd. What year? I'm still a little hazy on what year I started, because the year I either started was either 2020, was either 2013 or 2012. It was somewhere around there. I know that because I was still in high school at the time when I started, so I remember that. Yeah, my channel, when you see my channel and say, wait a minute, Glitch, hang on. Your channel says you started in 2015. That's false. I started way earlier, than 2015. It's just 2015 is where I became a gaming channel, primarily. I used to do stupid shit, you know. I used to do stupid shit for the channel, and I wasn't even the star of the channel. My friend was, My friend was the star of the channel. I was the shy little camera guy in the background, meaning I never saw the spotlight, only because it was, I was shy at the time I was camera shy, I guess you could say, so I didn't really like the idea of being in the spotlight, which to some degree, I guess nowadays I still am a little bit, I guess. It's kind of the reason why I stopped using a camera altogether, I didn't really like the idea of using my face, even though I did, there are still many, many times afterwards when I have, I think there's a reason why I don't use my camera anymore. I used to, like, even the adventure videos have basically come to an end. Like, I stopped doing them altogether and whatnot, because, I guess you could say is, we're kind of living in an era where doxing is become a thing, and I feel like I'm kind of contributing to that while making these sort of videos, and I don't mean to do that, it was never my intention to do that, so you can see why, one video in particular was removed, I removed it because it was basically just, showing off, like, my street, so, like, I removed that, even though there's many people who probably already know where I live at this point, but, I will admit, I was not too bright, I still have that beginner mindset, when it comes to that shit. Now I've become a little older and whatnot. I've become a little more guarded with what I do, Probably doesn't matter that I took down the videos now. People already know, but still. Just in case, because I'm a little guy, there's still a chance that nobody saw. There's still a chance that not very many people saw. So, which means I still have a chance at being safe. And yeah. But anyways, that's not the main reason why I stopped using my camera either. Like, the main reason why I stopped using my camera is, it's a little bit of, there's a little bit of technicality behind it, and there's a little bit of emotion behind why I stopped using a camera. Emotional problem. Like, there's a little bit of an emotional problem behind it, and a technicality problem behind it. The original reason of why I stopped using a camera and just kind of let everything go, and then kind of evolved from, letting everything just be a screen to now being a PNG tuber. There was a lot of, like, other, like, I thought about being a VTuber, but, kind of saw how expensive it was, you know, to be one. And I'm not really a guy that's making too much, you know, off of, you know, retail. So like, yeah, and I'm only a part timer, which means I super don't make a lot of money, you know. And VTubing is, you know, that's yeah. Not to mention, I like my character the way he is. So, meaning if I were to make him a VTuber, I would want him to be the way that he is, which means I would need to commission somebody to do it. But paying, that's the problem. You know, it's not that I don't want to pay somebody, it's the fact that I don't trust the internet. You know, I just don't trust the internet with my money. I already got, like, my card information taken like several times already. I just don't want to do it. And a lot of the people that used to, you know, pay these people nowadays, they just need your fucking bank information. And I feel like, well, that's just fucking financial suicide at this point. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know? So I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know what? So I'm not gonna do it. You know, like I said, as much as I would like to see Glitch as a, you know, fully fleshed out, you know, VTuber model and stuff like that, there's another thing that I kind of sort of also kind of leans into another reason why I don't like using a camera. It's because paranoia. Yeah, believe this or not, this is like, there's 3 different versions of why I don't use a camera anymore. But, yeah, paranoia. You know, because of the age of the internet, you know, and the age of people fucking spying on us from every single angle, you know, now I have paranoia about who could be watching me on the other side of that camera. Especially now, right, that I'm looking at my phone right now, I think someone's looking at me right now, and I have that deep-seated feeling of, I don't like this. I don't like that you're looking at me, bro. It's like having an eyeball looking at you. You know, I don't like it. You know? I guess that's another reason why I can't be a VTuber as well. Because, like, you gotta have that camera looking at you at all times. So, like, I don't know how I feel about that. My paranoia is spiking, bro. I don't like that. Alright, so emotional reason number 2. That was emotional reason number 1. This is emotional reason number 2. Is that I have put on weight. And I'm semi-self-conscious about it. You know? So, yeah, all those fat jokes that I target myself with, those are real. Yeah. I'm making light of my, you know, I'm making light of my weight, you know, to hide the fact that I am semi-self-conscious about it. You know, that's why I didn't like the videos that I made that I had cameras on me. So, I wish I could remove all of them. But that would mean, you know, maybe the ones that did have the cameras on me, maybe you enjoyed them. So that's why I kept myself from, you know, purging those ones, you know. And so I decided to just keep them up, you know. Maybe they still enjoyed them, so, you know, I just kept them up, you know. Like I said, I'm semi-self-conscious about it. Semi. Not all the way self-conscious to the point where I keep myself awake at night thinking about how fucking fat I am, you know, like no. I just, like, you know, I just yeah, like I said, I'm semi-self-conscious about it, you know. That's why, you know, other people making jokes about how fat I am, you know, my brain, like, goes into, like, ow, that fucking hurt. Like, it's almost like my brain only wants me to make fun of me for being fat, but when someone else does it, it's like, ow, that fucking hurt. Like, I don't think you're allowed to call me fat. Like, I can call me fat because I'm fat, but like I don't think you're allowed to call me that. You know, it's almost like my brain. It's almost like my brain thinks your little fat joke is like a fucking racial slur against me. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain works like that. It just does. Looking back at it, it's kind of funny how that worked. Well, but you know, I learned to like wise up over the years of doing, you know, fat jokes. Now I just kind of laugh at them, despite the fact that despite the fact that I know I'm no better. So like like why am I being offended over it? I shouldn't. But yeah, that's another reason why I don't use a camera anymore. Like I said, I'm semi self-conscious about it, so stopped using a camera. So you were probably to see me now, like you saw me back then. Just think of me if you see my old videos, right? If you go back to all my old videos that I used all those, that I used the camera, and whatnot. You see me, I was already pretty pudgy. I was already pretty fat back then too. So if you want to know what I look like, modern era, just like, okay, take a look at that, okay? Now picture me probably fatter than that. That's it. I would love to say slightly fatter, but I'm not sure how fat I am. I'm pretty fat though. I know. Big shocker, huh? Big shocker, huh? The YouTuber here is fat. It's fine, though. I am going through a moment in life where I'm probably not going to care about that sooner or later. It's probably just now going to bleed down to the fact that I just don't like using cameras anymore. Oh, that's right. I never told you the technicality of the reason why I don't use a camera. Okay, so the technicality reason is because, like, way back in the day, you'll notice that I have audio and video and visual delay with my camera feed to what's going on in the video. So it might be a little like like I might say something and the reaction time would be like about 5 seconds off or like something like that. Like yeah, that kind of I'm very like particular with how I want things to be, and me looking at that, I'm like, ugh, I hate that. Fuck. Sorry, I'm sipping on a drink. Ugh, sorry about that. Back to cleaning. Alright, so yeah, exactly. It's just a, yeah. So, you could, out of all those reasons why I don't use a camera, you're probably wondering which one is the canon reason why, right? So that answer would have to be slightly that I'm self-conscious. The more canon reason is that it's technicality. I don't like how the fucking delay happens, and because now that makes me feel like I have to go and fix something, and then I don't know how to fix it. It's bull, man. It feels like it takes forever to try to fix a delay. It's like it was annoying, so I stopped using my camera. you know. So yeah, you know, it is it's definitely a it's more technicality, less than I'm slightly self-conscious. It has become that more over the years. The self-consciousness is kind of slowly fading away. Now it's just more technicality. Clean. So yeah, this is a pretty shit anniversary present, huh? I know, I'm sorry. This was a last minute thought process going through my head. You know, I want to do something special, but I fucked up. You know, like I said, everything was last minute. I had to think of something, so power wash. You know, this was a game I wanted to do for a bit now, I guess, and you know, it's good for filler, I guess. It's kind of funny how I'm a guy that always talks about how I don't really care about viewers and shit like that. Yet there are things that I view as just like filler, you know. Well, I suppose the reason why I view it as filler is because like it's something that doesn't really have a story behind it. It's more like you can reuse this game over and over and over and over. It has no end. It's one of those endless games. You know what I'm saying? You can just keep playing it over and over and over. It has no plot. It has no, you know, and even if it does have a plot, it's very, like, it's not like the main focus, or it doesn't feel like the main focus. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people play this game, you know, and why people like it so much, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. So the anniversary is less about the channel, more about the fact that my very first video was on March 3rd. And that video was snorting water, which happened to also be a video that I might kind of slightly regret as well now, looking back at it. Again, you have to remember, okay, let me tell you, okay, I was not the star of that show. That was my friend. You know, it was one of my friends from high school, you know, we were doing dumb shit. You know, we weren't thinking of views, we were just thinking of fun. You know, funny little stupid shit that we can do. And my ideology was that people like dumb shit. What the fuck was this? Oh, there we go. People like dumb shit, you know, so... yeah. And it just led to snorting water, because I guess in high school I kind of thought that was funny. You know, I don't know why. We were doing a lot of unsafe shit, you know, just to be funny. And, although we didn't really do much, you know, that was probably the first, like, it was probably the first and only unsafe shit that we did, that, you know, that we found, you know, funny. We were trying to think of other things to do, really. Everything just kind of never took off. Then later down the line, I became the star of the show, because my friend moved away. I don't know how to crouch. I don't think I can. But anyways. Yeah. snorting water, my very first video that I ever did for YouTube, really. You know, maybe not for this channel, but but for YouTube. I had like my own. I had like another channel. I got rid of it. You know. Actually, come to think of it, I think the collab channel with my brother, I believe, yeah. I think that was the email I used for my original channel, my very first channel. So I rebirthed it, as a collab, but now I lost it, so, it's two-step verification, had my old phone, had my old phone number on it, so now it doesn't know who's trying to sign in anymore, so it's like, alright. I obviously can't change the password because, I don't know the thumbnail. They don't know the thumbnail. I don't know the password. And what happened was because of that. Yeah. Yeah, it's, yeah. I don't know what it is about this game that makes people, like, spill their guts, but I really just kind of spilled guts of the past, huh? But anyway, it has that magical effect on you. It does. Well, anyways, yeah, it's wild ride. A lot of things I was back in those days. But yeah, anyways, that's what's so special about March 3rd. I view it as my anniversary because that's when I first started to make content. Or just make videos in general, really. Not really content, more like videos, I mean, content implies that I'm getting money and whatnot, but I mean, like, let's be honest. Let's call a spade here. Yeah, I'm not getting money from any of this, nor would I want to, if I'm being honest. Do you see what all these big creators have to go up against every single time? I don't really think I wanna. I just don't think I wanna. Not to mention the rise of AI and all that bullshit. A lot of things. I guess the reason why I'm on my own is that, I guess the main reason why I don't really want to be, like, part of the program is because of all this shit I would have to do to stay on that damn program. I would... Okay, so let me break it down for you, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah. You just have to, like, be somebody you're basically not. Well, there are a few people on, this platform that have mastered, being themselves and, can, stay themselves while keeping their integrity, on here and still get paid for it, It's just that in all reality, in all actuality, you can't really get away with a lot, you know, for being yourself here on this platform. You need to be almost like robotic, you know, in a way. You need to be somebody you're not, you know. And that's kind of the reason why I don't really care much to be part of this program, really. I like making these streams the way I do, you know. Like this one right here. I like this game. I really enjoy it. Cleaning, you could probably tell, is one of my things that I like to do. But it's a very particular type of cleaning that I like to do. I don't really like to do like a lot of cleaning. You know, it's not like a, yeah, like something like this. I probably would like to do this, power washing all that dirt and whatnot. Just not have a care in the world, just power washing away. Would be nice. I think it would be. But yeah, March 3rd, baby. Happy anniversary. I could be very, very old, or maybe I'm not as old as I think, you know. Because, like I said, I'm not 100% sure when I started, in terms of years. Like I said, it was either 2013 or 2012. That's when I started. But I just remember making the very first video was March 3rd. And that's why it's my anniversary. And my anniversary, I decided to be a cleaner. Epic anniversary choice, huh? Very epic anniversary. Look at all this action-packed fucking gunplay going on here. Look at this. Pachoo! Oh! Pachoo! Pachoo! Pew! Oh! You know? Epic fucking gunplay happening here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm defeating my mortal enemy, Sludge. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? Anyways. Yeah. 'Tis the anniversary. March 3rd of 2026. Happy anniversary. I also didn't I don't always celebrate my anniversary. You know, I will admit that, you know. I have noticed that over the years. I stopped celebrating my anniversary because, like, you know. But, I just thought this time, you know, why not? Not to mention, you know, it is pretty nice to take a little break from the waves for a little bit. Especially the gay Ben wave that we've been doing, you know, since it's already almost over already. Black Mesa's the only one left. And we already did Black Mesa, so, like, I would need to have something in between. So, you know what? It's pretty good. But yeah, it's very, very hypnotic to play a game like this. Let's get this slide finished, shall we? Yeah, it's nice to have a little break from the Black Mesa for a little bit, you know. We'll get back to the science team, don't worry. We'll get back to Gordon Freeman. We'll get back to all that happening, you know, and whatnot. Oh, yeah, by the way, to my buddies, you know, that are keeping their ear up to the Black Mesa shit, I figured out how to, you know, I figured out that area, and I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah. I'm a dum-dum, you know. I didn't think of it, you know. I wish I would have thought about it at the time. It would have made the stream a hell of a lot better if I knew, but I didn't, you know. And it's something as simple as just jump-starting a car, you know, and like jump-starting the train. And it kind of sucks that I didn't think about it before. And, yeah. I feel like an idiot, you know, complete jackass there, you know. I just felt like, you know, maybe should have thought about that, you know. Maybe should have thought about doing that before, you know, ending the stream. There, we would have seen a little more Black Mesa. But since it's the only one there, we're definitely getting back to it. Like I said, the stream is just a slight little deviation from it, you know. I like keeping things in a pattern, you know, so, and I think the viewers, you know, probably have noticed, you know, the eagle-eyed viewers might have already caught on to that already, that I like to keep things in a pattern. You know, meaning there has to be something in that pattern, otherwise it's just the same game over and over and over and over and over again. Even though there has been times I have done that, where it's just been back to back to back to back, you know, the same game, I still kind of like to do something in between to have like a little pattern going. But, you know, this one's a special occasion. Otherwise, if it wasn't a special occasion, I just kind of wanted it in Black Mesa. It being March 3rd, it's the anniversary and whatnot, you know, so I gotta do something, This game does wonders for my ADHD. I will fully admit that. Whenever I'm not talking to you guys, I'm just kind of like lost in the world of cleaning. The only time when I'm not cleaning is when I'm just like gripped in a conversation, which is very, very hard to come by. Has to be an important conversation. Yeah. Just has to be. Otherwise, it's not my attention. Otherwise, you don't have my attention. that. You got the slide. Slide's being nice and clean right now. Look at that. Wish I had a power wash company. This looks fun. Oh, but you know what I would hate? Oh, but you know what I'd hate? You know what I'd hate, like, of every fucking business that that has to worry about this kind of things? It's the customer. Yeah. You know, the customer's not always right. That's a, line of bullshit there that they teach you. Customer's not always right. You know, that's ridiculous. Why would they always be right? I mean, stop and actually think about that for a second. You know, are they always right? They tell you to put pickles in the cupboard. Do you actually fucking do that? No. No, you don't. I mean, you probably could. Doesn't mean you're right, though. Aren't you supposed to put those in the fridge? What am I saying right now? Why am I saying this? Why? What is this random bullshit of a conversation that I'm having with you guys right now about pickles and why they should be in the refrigerator? Like, why do I care? Maybe I like pickles, huh? Maybe you'd stop to think about that for a second, huh? Nah, just kidding. I'm sure you stopped and thought about that. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you did. I don't know. I don't think I care anymore. Now I'm just kind of talking. Just yapping. It's what I do. All day, every day. Just yap. Yappity, 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 yappity. Man. Man. There was lights on that. There's so much fucking dirt here. I'm very good at changing conversations. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, really. The funny thing is, it probably isn't. Yeah. But I constantly change conversations. I change my own conversations constantly. It's almost like I get bored like midway through that conversation, just segue to another one. Why do I do that? Do you guys care? I don't think you do. I don't think you really do care. You know? And you know what? That's fine. There's always a place for you guys at the table. Just sit there, listen to my yapping, and just sit there and say, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm just sitting here yapping about how this baseball used to be green, but it's not. But it's not anymore. And I'm just telling you how we live in a simulated world, and everyone's not talking about it more. And how we're slowly losing our humanity over time because we are simulated. We're not real. Never have been. Does humanity ever really truly exist? Have you stopped to think about that for a second? I'm just kidding. Listen. I want to tell you guys, okay? I'm not. I want to tell you guys, okay? I'm not that much of a fucking wackadoo, all right? I'm all right. I'm fine. All right, I'm fine. I don't actually go around talking about how we're in a simulation. Wrap tinfoil over his head. We live in a simulation. We were never real. Look at yourself in the mirror. think. What's looking back at you? That's not even you. That's not even you. Like, I'm not that kind of guy. Don't worry. I am what we are. I am. What I'm saying here is that I am just yapping. That's basically it. That is basically all I'm doing. It's just a bunch of yapping. Now I'm saying anything that comes to mind because I basically blew all my load at like the beginning of this stream, and that's about it. Now I got nothing else to say, so now I'm just yapping. That's what I do. So come to the table. Share your stories. Share your stories. Share your reactions. Share anything. I don't really care. I'll be that one friend that sits there and pretends to care. Pretends to like give a shit about what you're saying. You know. But yet I'll be in my own little world. You know. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm trying to listen to you. I really am. You know, it's just, my brain just kind of shuts off. You know, that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? We live. And that's it. We live. And you know what? That's okay. Why do we live? Why ask questions? Why ask a question like that? Don't ask why. Ask how. You know what I'm saying? Why? I'm going to tell you this. Why is a question that you can ask, and it's a safe question. It really is. You know, it's a nice question. It's a very good question. But a lot of people do ask why, never ask how, though. Like, how did you get that wound on your toe? Right? They never ask how. They just ask, why did you do that? You know? They just ask why. They don't ask how. Nobody asks how. Nobody asks, how are you today? People just say, why are you today? There's just a lot of why going on here. I need to, I think we need to hear a little bit more of how. There's a lot of why, not enough how in the world. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of why would you do that, but not a lot of how did you do that. You know what I'm saying? Be the change you want to see in this world. Start asking how, not why. Sometimes I feel like I come up with like a lot of wise words for my age. And I don't know why, but like every time I feel like I say a wise word, I feel older. You know? I don't know why. Like, I feel old every time I hear myself say like wise words. Like I'm a wise old man. Even though I'm not even old yet. I'm almost 30. I'm like on the brink of being 30. Like, I'm not even that old yet. Of course, I'm pretty sure the internet would say, "Oh, but you are old. You're almost 30. You're old." Well, I mean, like, newsflash for you, 30's not really that old. It's like near your 20s. I mean, like, it's not that old, you know? Quite frankly, if I'm being honest with you, I don't, you know what? You know what? You know what? I want to hear people's opinions on which age they think is old. I'll start. I'll start the conversation. Now, personally, what I consider someone to be old, I consider like late 70s, early 80s, maybe. That feels old to me. You know, maybe late 60s, you know, mid 70s, early 80s. Definitely like the 60, 70, 80 range. That one feels old to me. But 30, no, 30 or 40 doesn't really feel that old. If you really think about it, you know, like that range, you know, right there, that feels old to me though. Is the 60, 70, 80 range. That one feels old to me. But you know, it's age is all about perspective. What people think is old when really it depends on the person, really. You know, and that's just what I think. You know, but I would like to hear your opinions. Why not? Go on, say them. I promise I won't judge you. And that's hey, look, listen, listen. Like the afro on my head, okay? I promise you. All right, I am not going to judge you on what you think is old. Okay. On the afro on my head. Okay? I mean, I'm kind of talking through my character here right now, and that's what I mean when I say that. But, like, there, on the afro on my character's head, okay? I will not judge you. Because, you know what? I'm gonna say this, okay? If I do judge you, we'll remove the afro and he'll be bald for a while. How about that? Yeah. If you think I'm judging you in some way, shape, or form, you know, I will remove the afro on my character's head. You know, and he will be bald for a while. You know, if you feel like your point is being criticized, you know, we'll we'll remove his hair for a bit. Next stream he'll go bald. For all intensive purposes, that was a joke. I don't intend on doing that. But it's showing how serious I am. Do you ever wonder if do you ever wonder why pirates call, treasure booty sometimes? Has that ever been explained? Why they do that? Because, like, we as people really have taken that out of context, like, for years. If you really think about it. Uh-huh. There we go. Well, anyway, there. You want to know the Crash Bandicoot game I'm not looking forward to playing now? Crash Bash. Oh, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, am I not looking forward to that game. Because I heard it was a pain in the ass to play that game by yourself. You know. And as much as I'd love to play it with someone else, I did kind of promise that I'd do it myself. At least I think I did. Did I ever promise that? No, I didn't. I just promised that I'd play it. You know, still though. I don't have anybody to play it with, you know. Unfortunately. So, I guess I'm just kind of doomed to playing on my own. It'll probably be for the best if I do that. Because the person I play it with will probably want to 100% the game, and I gotta say, I'd rather get curb stomped and lose my fucking 2 front teeth. You know? It sounds a little extreme, I know, but like... There's a very extreme analogy there, jeez. But, you know, still, it... But still, I don't... You know, I don't want to 100% that game. I already saw how fucking agonizing it is 100%ing that game. It's more like 200% in the game, I think. You know, and that's like, holy fucking thing. You know, like that. I already saw videos on that game. Like, it's no. You know. He's oh man. Man, oh man. I mean, it's bad enough that I have to play it, you know, already, but like, you know, 100%ing it, yeah, no. I already saw like the voting, the poll that I have on the posts. By the way, you know, check it out. Check out the poll. Okay, vote now. It'll be there till 2027. You know, the poll ends at 2027, so loads of time to vote. Vote now if you haven't. But the poll said that because I wanted to see the final verdict of what if people wanted me to 100% to go back and 100% CTR and whatnot. Because I know I asked this question already in a previous poll, but I felt like that wasn't very fair because it got shacked up with Ed and Nettie and whatnot, and I went back and did Ed and Nettie and just decided to do all the bonus level shit, you know, as well, so yeah, which it wasn't really too hard. It wasn't really hard at all to do the Ed and Nettie stuff. All I really did was had to go back and backtrack, you know, to all the stuff, you know, the sandboxes and whatnot to find all the costume bits. Come to find out, you know, I gotta say that alien level, you know, that one definitely proved to be a bit of a challenge. When the rest of the game was already pretty easy, you know, I'll admit it. The Monster Movie one was actually pretty cool. I like that one too. I loved that episode. Legit, okay, I'm actually gonna say this, okay, about that Eddie episode, right? that Ed, Ed and Eddie episode where Ed believes he's a monster, right? When they make him the monster costume, right? I will admit, I had like a when I was a kid, I had like a very slight feeling of unease with that episode. Like, I don't think I was like full fledged, scared of that episode, but it was very unsettling. I don't know why. It had that feel for me. I don't know why it did, but it did. So, yeah. I was a very strange kid with all the certain stuff that I found, myself being scared of. Funny enough, though, right? Like, there are still some fears that kind of translated into my older years, I will admit. Like, spiders, they still kind of creep me out, if I'm being honest with you. I will admit that I'm not too much of an arachnophobic, but I'm still scared enough for it to not want to touch me at all. At all. I don't like it. If it stays over there, right? If it stays over there and doesn't come near me or touch me or anything like that, we're good. If it's in my room, though, it has to die on sight. I cannot sleep with an 8-legged beast in my room. I can't do that. And every time I miss it, it scuttles away. I stay up almost half the night trying to look for it. Because now I'm aware that there's a spider in my room. And I fucking hate that. So you might be wondering, Glitch, well, why did you play, like, fucking Grounded then, huh? Hey, that has spiders in it. Well, I'm fine with a cartoon spider. I'm fine with, like, video game spiders, because I know I know they're not real. Like, there is an air of, I know they're not real, that thing's not gonna hurt me, and I have this weird warrior instinct, when playing video games like that. Like, when playing video games like that, I have this weird warrior instinct of if I'm killing something, I want to look my enemy in the face while I'm killing it. I don't care if it's a spider. I don't care what it is. I'm looking it in the fucking face while I kill it. It's pretty brutal, but no, it's the warrior mindset I've adopted, when I played games like that. It's weird. Oh, it's weird. But, yeah. I'm like that with Gorn, too. Anything that's, like, gladiatorial, or, like, anything that's, like, just, like, warrior-esque type thing, like, yeah, I'm very much, like, you die tonight, hear me, you touch me again, I'll fucking kill you, like, it's almost like I'm in, like, a fucking action flick, and I always go into, like, serious fucking, like, tone, like, you die tonight. Hear me, bitch. You die here. Lot of dirt on this bitch. Oh! Took me a long time to make that joke. I think I would have made that joke right off the rip. I didn't, though. Pretty sure everyone has, like, thought about it before. You You ever make that joke with your friends whenever you play like the with the hose and whatnot, and say, hey, check it out. You just kind of hold, the hose right, right down your peccaries, and you go, oh, like you're just like pissing. Yeah, fun times, fun times, fun times. You know, you know what's funny? I think a lot of people are scared about being old, but I mean, like, is it really all that bad? I mean, like, if you stop and think about it, like, I don't really think it's all that bad. Do you lose control of your bowels sometimes? Yeah. There's some anal leakage. I'll admit it. Sometimes, you become some of those old people that, have anal leakage, and you know what? That's life. I don't know what to tell you there. But, but, hey, as I always like to say nowadays, c'est la vie. You know? I don't know why I live by those words nowadays, but I do. C'est la vie. Life. It can be very beautiful. It can be very complicated. It could be very terrible. It could be very good. It could be very beautiful. It could be very ugly. What matters, though, when it comes to life is your mindset. Sure, okay, yeah. There could be some things going on in your life that, couldn't quite, get a handle of, or anything like that, very tough to handle sometimes, and life just gets harder, and, you know what? Yeah, it does. But, as I said before, it's all about your mindset and how you view life and what you do in life. You don't have to do everything by the book. You can do things your own way. And quite frankly, sometimes that's what I find kind of beautiful in life, right? You can kind of do things your own way. I think people sometimes forget about that. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. I don't know. No clue. No clue. You could be saying if I'm on drugs or not. I'm not. Trust me. I can, fully tell you that I am not on drugs. I mean, fuck, I don't condone it, if I'm being honest. I've been friends with a lot of people that do, though. Well, it's more like your basic standard, weed. I'm a man that likes to make allies, not enemies. Anytime I do make an enemy, well, then that's their problem, not mine. That's their problem, not mine. On some level, though, I'm going to say this, you must care about me to some extent if you hate me that much, though. Life, man. sometimes life is like a dirty wall. Let me explain. The beauty is behind the dirt. Clean it, and you will see it. You got to put in the effort to clean that wall in order to see the beauty of the world. You get it? Kind of? A little bit? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. I know I get it, though. And quite frankly, that's what matters most to me. I use that word a lot, huh? Quite frankly. I don't know why I use that word. Why do I say that? Why do I speak, though? Why does anybody do anything? That's another common phrase I hear. Why does anybody do anything? For no reason. Well, that's not fair to say. Everybody has a reason for what they do, really, if you think about it. If you put enough thought into it, anybody has a reason to do what they want to do. It's just up to that person. If they want to tell you why. Lend an ear, you will get an earful, but you have to be ready for it. Water is water. Indeed. Look at all this cleaning I'm doing. All this dirt and filth and diarrhea dookie everywhere. How does the diarrhea get on the ceiling? How does somebody have that much velocity to do that? It's nasty. Y'all ever just straight duke when you slide down a slide? Because that's also nasty as fuck. I suppose the reason why I'm talking like this is because I'm kind of like really like, you know, the game really brings out how like calm in nature it is, you know. Something so satisfying about cleaning something and whatnot. And quite frankly, I can relate to experience. Maybe not from you know, power washing per se, but like, you know, just cleaning in general. You know, I've been a cleaner for 2 stores. You know, janitorial and whatnot. You know, so. I know what chemicals hurt and what chemicals don't hurt. I know what chemicals can hurt if you use them incorrectly. Actually, now that you think about it, there's really no incorrect way of using those kinds of chemicals, now that I think about it. Just don't pour it on yourself like a moron. I'm gonna make a fan game. I'm gonna call it Like a Moron. It's gonna be my big ambitious title. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. Trust me. Y'all gonna love it. Like a Moron. In case you hadn't noticed what reference that is, it's like a dragon. It's gonna be like a dragon, but in this case, you're the moron. irritating. I'm itching the back of my head now. I stop now. That's another thing I have a habit of doing. I have a habit of, you know, calling out what I'm doing. I don't know why I do that. It's not like anybody cares to know about what I'm doing currently at this moment. Where are they going? Why won't they come back? I thought they liked me. They don't, do they? I tried. I really have. I just want to be the best that I can be. I try. I really do. The voices, they don't stop. See you in an hour. Cleaning, 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 cleaning. I did it. I'm not actually going to make a game, by the way. That's just all, like, random speak. It would be nice if I could game develop. That'd be great. I wouldn't be against the idea if I could being a game developer. I would love to. I really would have. Honestly. The only problem I face, though, is I don't have the patience to do it. I don't have the patience to do it, and I don't have the money to pay someone to do it. Also, I don't think people are willing to sit here and listen to my idea, you know, for a game, and then make it a reality, you know. Then again, you know, there's also paying, you know. And you remember what I said earlier about paying through the internet. I don't trust it. Like I said, there's so many things nowadays that require bank information, and I'm not willing to do that. Because I view it as what I like to call financial suicide. Oh, wait a minute. YouTube doesn't like when I use the word not suicide, huh? Well, I already used it 3 times, so it's already too late about that. YouTube, I want to make sure you know this. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm just using a word that, you know, I understand that you don't like, but, like, it's just a word. That's it. You know, nothing's happening. Okay. I know I've used that word 3 times. Don't worry. Everything's fine. I have to emphasize that because I remember I got an email, you know, I think of an old video that might have probably had, you know, oh god, fucking damn it, I hate when I have to do this. Alt F4 and, you know, self, you know, to you know, it was a joke, you know, it wasn't real. Like, I was fine, you know. It didn't come from a place of malice or anything. I just sort of you know, everything's fine though. Everything's fine, everything's good, you know, I'm alright. Right as rain, everything's fine, everything's good. You know. But, yeah. I like this one. Oh, right, that's right. I was right here. Oh. I have the strong of Achilles. Akala cuckoo. Boo boo. There we go. I broke it. Oh. Oh. Well, anyways, yeah, it is fun time all around. Fun time all around. I practically just made a just chatting stream at this point while I'm playing the game. Kinda sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. You just wanted me to play Black Mesa, didn't you? I don't blame you. It's fine, though. Like I said, a little break, a little deviation from it will do some good. A little yap session before more yapping, you know what I'm saying? It was going to be fun. And I do what I can. Plus, I kind of always wanted to do this anyways, at some point. Everybody else does it. And I get the appeal. Oh. It's very satisfying to be a power washer, to power wash the walls. Just don't power wash your own balls while you're at it. Don't do that. Don't. That kind of water pressure on your balls is gonna hurt. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wow, cleaning. Cleaning is fun in the right hands. Oh, hey! Oh. Oh. There we go. Perfect. Hydro Blast. He powed on these nuts. Haha. Pretty cool. Pretty weenie. Ooh, can I go out of bounds? No, I can't. you, you, you can't blame me for trying. You know? You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't blame me for trying. You can't do that. Stop it. Did you know that I often have a feeling of playing Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie at any time, including for the channel. I know. I have a plan. I have a, I have a feeling to do it again, but I already did it. I can't go back. There's too many balls in the walls. You know what I'm saying? Did you know in my lifetime I've been called the R word many times? Yeah. Pretty funny, huh? I thought it was pretty funny. It's just it's just a funny thing to bring up, honestly. The funny thing is that I'm not even telling a lie about that. That's the truth. I have been called the R word many times. The funny thing is that it's not all in modern era either. It's just like all the way back when I was a kid. Back in the day, it was the old gamer word before the N word came around. Well, actually, the N word has always been around. It's just always, it's just been one of the other gamer words. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. To anybody who's a bleeding heart person, like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. I've been called... That's the birth of I've been called worse. You know? It's even more super effective, actually, because, like I said, I'm mildly mental disabled. So you think, like... So you think it would be, like, super offensive to me and whatnot, It, to an extent, it kind of is, but, like... I'm not usually the guy to get super offended at things, Mostly because, like... I am both easy to offend, but hard to offend at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense at all, what I just said, but, like, it's... I'm easy to offend, but also kind of not easy to offend. At the same time, like, calling me the R word, I'm like... That's funny. Because, I mean, like, to me, it's supposed to be my N-word, but, like, it's not really. I just, like, to me, it's just a word, Always has been. Quite frankly, it just all depends on... Quite frankly, I'm probably going to get some backlash because of this, but, quite frankly, when it comes to these words, I usually think, like, I mean, it really just depends on the person, on, who it actually offends, really, because, like, it depends on the person. Most people don't really care, you know. Just like if you were to call me, like, the R word, like I just said earlier, like, I actually don't care. You know? Like, I have, like, a high level of I don't give a shit. You know? Sure, go right ahead, you know. But I know there are people that, you know, are very around the word, like they don't want to use it because they don't want to offend people and whatnot, you know. And, offensiveness is merely just like more the outlook on the person rather than the word itself, you know. That's what I always thought. Now watch my stream get taken off the air because I got a little too deep there. Did it get taken off? Am I gone? Because I remember this happened before, you know. This happened to me once before, so I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It happens, you know. So, that's why sometimes I have to hold my tongue about, you know, certain things that I say. Oopsie poopsie, I pressed E. Wasn't supposed to do that. Because I got a little too real for YouTube, you know, once. And, let's just say, they decided to cut the stream, you know, because I got a little too real. Like I said, it happened before. I wish I was bullshitting you. I mean it. I mean it. I wish I mean it. I mean here. I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Oh, gamer subs actually. I wish. I wish I was bullshitting you. I really do. I wish I was bullshitting all of you right here, right now. I wish I was. I'm not. Though it has happened before. I have got taken off the air because I was, quote, too political. I wish I was lying when I said that. I mean it. Oh, how I wish. I saw that red text with my own eyes and read that clear as crystal. Too political. That's why, you know, when I said that, I asked if I was off the air. Because, like, I knew something like that was going to be a little heavy-handed to say, you know, in a stream. You know, and I did say it, and, you know, like I said, I try to dance around saying stuff like that now. Because I realize that I can be taken off, you know, of streaming for a while because I got a little too real, you know. I'm trying to dance around it. I really, really am. I find it kind of funny that I did. You know, looking back at it, I actually am. I find it kind of funny that they took me. They took out my stream for being too political when there are like other channels that are far more political than I was. You know, my take isn't really like spicy. You know, like no, it's just for sure there are people that feel the same way. Maybe they don't, maybe they do. Maybe it is a very hot button topic. I don't know. Like I said, back to what I was saying, I just think they're words. You know, I think the person chooses to be offended by it. You know, that's why I say, you know, calling me the R word, like I said, I choose to not be offended by it because I don't care. I've heard it so many times in my life to the point I don't care. But just to be protected from YouTube, I will never actually definitively use that word. You know, there are some people on the platform that do, though, and I will, you know, and I know that, but, like, you know, just to be safe, just to stay on the safe side. Just to stay on the safe side, I'm not going to use it. Just like I'm not going to use the N-word. I came very close to using the N-word, I think, like, twice on this stream, you know. Trust me, I know. Not that, you know, shouldn't be using it at all to begin with, I know, but... I won't use it, though. Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. You know what's another hot button topic that I normally just kind of stay away from? AI. Yeah. I know my stances on it, you know, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know, like, I just, you know. Because I'm pretty sure if I open my big flat fucking mouth about it, you know, like, I'm sure there's a lot of people that will very much disagree and condemn me to hell for it, you know. You know. Even though I can easily rest assure them that I don't agree with certain uses for AI, you know. Like, I don't agree to giving AI an actual body. I hate that. It's terrible. Do not give an AI its own body. Don't fucking do that. You're just gonna kill the human race, you know. They've already stated several different times before that they're gonna do that. Yeah? There is plenty of times when they said they would. Oh my god. Oh. But I do like the funny memes that come out of it, though. Mostly because I just feel like memes were already kind of brainless to begin with. That's why I'm kind of fine with AI, you know, being in, like, the meme space. Like, I feel like AI can stay in the meme space. Because, like I said, I think, like I said before, like, I think that memes were already kind of brainless to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, memes take actual skill to, like, fucking edit around and whatnot. And whatnot. Yeah, but they all usually last, like, a minute, 2 seconds, maybe, or, like, 3. Cause then memes like, then like funny meme videos usually go on for like what, like a second, 2 seconds, something like that. Yeah. So like, well, not, so that's why I'm fine with AI being like in that facet. I'm not okay with it being in movies. You know, movies or like any like big time things. Like anything that's making like a, you know, big yeah, anything that's like making from like that ranges from a show to a movie to like music and stuff like that. Like I would more rather like that to kind of stay in the human touch category. You know, memes, however, they don't really need a human touch. They can be AI. I mean, like, it's like I said, while the human touch, memes are, you know, funny. You know, they are. You know, I will admit, but I mean, like, they're just as. I mean, like, if you really stop and think about it, they're just as brainless as like the AI slop that you get already. They probably just pissed off the whole like meme community now. You know, and that's why I said I should have shut my fat mouth. You know. But yeah, the truth floweth forth. Yep, it's how I feel about, you know, AI. AI is fine if it is in like very small areas. You know, like making small, funny little clips. That's fine. You know, you can do that. That's fine. But like anything that's big and major, like music, shows, or movies, yeah, that no, you need AI needs to stay away from that because like yeah, that's a big no for me because like whether AI is in its infancy or getting better and whatnot, you know, even if it does get better, I still don't really want it like to be known because I mean like I kind of don't want it to be like a thing because like movies are often more funnier if you know movies are often more entertaining when it has a human touch. You know, same with music. Like AI can write a banjo. Think about this for a second. AI can write banjo music. Yeah, sure, okay, but I mean like it's not gonna be the same. You know, it's not gonna it's not gonna feel or even hear or even sound like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It can't recreate, you know, the feel, you know, of that. You know, music is about like feeling just as much as it is about listening. You know, same with movies is, you know, just more about feeling than it is about watching it. You know, that's why a lot of people say it's almost like art. You know, same with video games actually. You know, it's about feeling just as much as it's about playing them. Just as much as about is just as much is it is about playing them. So that's why I say AI is fine for super small shit. Super small shit like making dumb shit memes, that's fine. Dumb shit memes are dumb shit memes. They were always brainless to begin with. Think about this. Funny videos back in my day, right? Funny videos back in my day, right? they they were nothing like they were like in the 2010s. Funny videos, were all like, yeah, funny videos were way different. Remember stick figures on crack? That was funny to me. And those were like little like those were like stick figures with short little skits. That was hilarious to me. It really was. And that was before you had to worry about copyright. It was really that long ago. It was like before you had to worry about copyright. Copyright wasn't really a thing you had to worry about back then. Boy, oh boy, has this platform changed. Just mentioning stick figures on crack, golly, just like opened my mind to all the other like, videos I used to watch here on YouTube. Did you know, right? Did you know that animator versus animation thing is actually still going on even to this day? Yeah, the creator's still doing that. He just does it in like a very different way now. He has like versus Minecraft, versus this, versus that. I mean, like he animates stuff. He has merch now. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I remember watching that video. I thought it was fucking awesome back then. It still is awesome to this day. Honestly, like you can't really change that. It's actually still pretty awesome. I remember when Smosh was good. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Smosh is okay now. It's just that, I've definitely had like a. There definitely has been a shift, and maybe it's because I'm getting old. I know I just said that I was not that old, like a while back, there in the stream, but like, eh. Well, oh, I did it. Oh, sweet. Cool, alright. But yeah, the old. Yeah, I just think, the tone has shifted with, because the tone shifted with Smosh, I feel like they're not as good anymore, now they're just kind of, like, yeah, I'm not using the terminology or anything, I'm just saying, they gotten a little too, they gotten to the point where, they don't want to step on any toes anymore, and whatnot, and quite frankly, I think has more to do with, like, how YouTube has changed, really. Am I still on the air, by the way? I don't think I am anymore. Am I yapping to the void? Probably am. That's okay. mean, I'm seeing that my stream's still on though, so I mean, like, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I am, or maybe YouTube disconnected me a while back. For getting a little too real. I don't know. Again, all these are possibilities. YouTube, man. Sometimes, you ever get the feeling sometimes that you just wish you know, you could turn back time to back when you were a kid? Things were a lot simpler back then, but only because you were a kid. You know what, though? I do wish YouTube was better, though. I do. And I'm not taking back what I said, either. I wish it was. I wish it was. Unfortunately, we're facing the same problem like every other company, like every other one of us is facing. It's fine, though. Well, no, it's not. But, you know, it's just a phrase I like to say a lot, though. I like to think everything's fine, but it isn't. Well, at least not with YouTube. Life is fine. Sort of. As long as you don't focus on the negative too much. I learned that, really, that if you focus too much on the negative in life, you're gonna be miserable. It's best sometimes not to focus on the negative. Not that you shouldn't pretend that it doesn't exist. No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that... Just saying, you know, like... Don't focus on it too much, you know, because if you make that your whole entire life, you know, focusing on the negatives, well, then you're only hurting yourself. And you only got yourself to blame for that. You know, you shouldn't be blaming other people for that. You already thought the way you did, so it's, you know. There's something very hypnotic about cleaning dirt off of, like, what is this thing again? It looks like a lighthouse. It's not a lighthouse, though, is it? No. Looks like a clown house. I like clowns. Once upon a time, I was scared of them, though. That's a thing that really turned into a more of a other thing. Yeah. That's a fear that kind of turned into an obsession. You know, not I wouldn't. That's bad. You know, that's a tad bit too far. I wouldn't call it an obsession. I would call it like, you know, it was more like a 180 turn from like being afraid of them to like not being afraid of them no more. Oh! Oh, there's more. Oh. probably wondering why I don't change nozzles too much. Just because I don't care to. I just like using this, spinny nozzle. Because I think it's fun to use it. Not to mention, it's a nozzle that just kind of gets the job done. It's a little of everything. You use a nozzle properly, it could be your main nozzle, And that's what it is for me. For me, the spinning one. The one that spins around a lot in a circle. Yeah, it's main nozzle. Would any of you like to see TF2 come back? I would like to ask him that, actually. Genuinely want to know if anybody does. Because I'm wondering if they actually liked that stream, enough for me to want to bring it back, Because I definitely am, definitely am considering it, but, I'm not entirely sure. I'm wondering if I should bring friends into the equation. Maybe that'll be fun, huh? Me and the boys just kind of drop into TF2. I think that would be fun. Might be a fun time to get booted for being a pyro. Oh! Am I a good girl? I know I'm not, but I'm just saying. Just a random question. A random left field question. Am I a good girl? I think I am. And if I'm not, can I be? Oh, that's what you do. Oh. 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 How do I rotate you? Is that R? Oh. It is. Alright, cool. I did it. I did the thing. Not the thing from Fantastic Four, but the thing. I would never do him. I don't know why, I just wouldn't. It looks like it would hurt. I have standards. It looks like it'll hurt. I don't want to do that if it's gonna hurt. Oh. I did it. I did it. Brazil. I said the word Brazil. Why did I say the word Brazil? Why is this slide not... Why is this slide not clean? What is this bullshit? What is this bow hockey? Oh! Oops. I'm sorry. I pressed the E instead of the R. There we go. I think I can learn to be a good girl. I'm sorry. I can't take myself seriously when I say shit like that. Where is the dirt on the wall? Is it there? No, you're not considered a wall. Why? Why am I not a wall? Baby, I can change. I promise. I can be a wall. Please. Please let me change. I can be a wall. I could be the best damn wall you've ever seen. Just please give me a chance. Give me another chance, please. I can be a wall. I could be the best damn wall you've ever seen. You just gotta give me another chance. I'm not asking for a day. I'm not asking for a week. I'm not asking for a month. I'm not asking for a year. I'm not asking for 2 years. I'm not asking for 3 years. I'm just asking for one more day. Please. Oh, here we go, finally. Fuck, man, everything's going... Oh, fuck! Look at that sludge down there, shit. Shit, man, fuck. Man, fuck. Look at all that shit in there, huh? Who shitted over here? I don't understand. You know how hard it's gonna be to explain to everybody that I'm not gonna hurt anyone. It's gonna be very difficult. Because I won't. They won't believe me though. People take one look at me and go, ah, help, run. Big, stupid, ugly ogre. They judge me before they even know me. There we go. We're almost done. We're almost done here. Almost. There's too much to be cleaning here. Oh wow, there's so much yellow here. Oh, that's metal. Here, you know what? I can help with that. Don't I have like metal cleaner? I don't. Fuck. Fuck. You know what? You know what? I can help with that though. I can. I really can. Give me a sec. Bye. Fuck yeah, entire stock. I'll take your entire stock. I don't even need half of this shit. I'm still buying it though. You know why? Because my business is that successful. I can actually do that. There we go. Now, if you'll excuse me. Look at that shit just peel away. Look at that. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh no. It broke. Oh. Ew. A fucking possum. Ew. That's a window, not metal. But you know what? I'll figure that out later. Uh-huh. I did it. Aha! I did it. Sorry, I gotta make sure the floor is nice and clean, too. We ain't stop until this place is clean! You get your money when you don't fix this damn door! Cheese is good. I don't know why I say that a lot. I do. Man, you know, I feel like I have, like, verbal tics about it, like, a lot of things. Like, I always say cheese is good. I used to say chicken is good a lot. You know, a lot of verbal tics I have. A lot of them. I don't know if that stems from my ADHD or, like, I don't think it does, but, like, it probably does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Life is life, and I just live it. That's it. Life is life, and I just live it. Sometimes life is good. Sometimes love to be tough. Sometimes I be buff. Just kidding. About that part. That's never true. Why does this look like there's rust on the ground? I don't think I like that. That was me, sorry. You all know I'm far from done, right? Oh yeah, no, there's still more. Like this rust on the floor. Aha! The underside of the roof is fucking gay. I did what I did. It's 'cause I did. Well, he. There's a lot of stuff to clean around here. And remember, always clean Or you're mean. Oh, don't relax. Oh, fuck. Oh. Almost there, almost there. There we go. Yep, see? That's what you get for being selfish and stupid. All the things that I am. That's right. I said it. You're not allowed to be the selfish and stupid one. I am. That's my stick, fucker. You stay away from my stick. I'm the selfish and stupid one, you hear? I'm the selfish and stupid one here. I'm supposed to be selfish and stupid. Step off my turf, see? I'll make you squirt. Yeah, that's it. Step off my turf, see? Or I'll make you squirt. You wouldn't like it when I make you squirt, now would you? No, I don't think you would. Now step off, eh? I cannot believe what I'm hearing here. I'm hearing people squirting left and right, and I come home to find out there's people squirting everywhere. Why would... How... Why is everyone squirting? They don't want people to squirt. Stop squirting. Stop it. You know how much I had to clean here, huh? I had to clean everybody's fucking squirt. And now I gotta do it again. Because you squirted everywhere. I can't believe you squirting everywhere again. Stop it. It's hard for me to clean all your squirt. Stop squirting. I'll smack you so hard your head will spin off your neck. And trust me, don't tempt me, bitch. I'll fucking do it. Don't. Just don't, okay? Don't tempt me. I will do it. I'll smack you so hard your taste buds will taste your tongue. Sounds impossible, but I'll find a way. Trust me. Because you see, life always finds a way to do what it does. And then you know what that means? That means I can find a way to smack you so hard the taste buds will taste your tongue. I'll find a way. I'll find a way to do it. You laugh at me now. You make fun of me now, but I'll do it. Like I said, don't tempt me. I'll find a way. I will. I always do. Now, who's ordering pancakes? I told you, pancakes are really good. But sometimes I'm a bit of a waffle man myself. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Ah, who am I kidding? I fancy myself a waffle man. But, you know, anybody who likes pancakes, you know, hey, look, listen, you like pancakes, that's fine, that's fine. Just means you like pussy. That's right. That's what I said. Just means you like pussy. Well, I'm too far away. Haha! Wiener touching back at it again. Oh, actually, no, you don't do that. Oh no. Oh shit! I pressed the wrong button again. I don't remember. Just remember. If you see a ghost, just remember, if you see a ghost, look both ways before crossing the street. Look, listen. The cars don't care that you're being chased by a ghost. Okay? They'll run you the fuck over. Look both ways, goddammit. I can't snipe it from up here. That's fine. See, look, what I tell you, what I tell you, what I tell you. I'm not done yet. It never was done. It was never going to be done. Look what all these fucking people did to me. Oh no! I fell. Do it again. Ooh, I did it. You can say what you want about me, but I mean, like, I could pretend to care. But I'm gonna be real with you. If you don't make that shit, like, 5 minutes shorter, I'm not gonna remember what you fucking said to me. I'm not gonna remember it. It's just how I am. My brain's broken. It's always out to lunch. It's never coming back. It's basically the equivalent of saying that I'm stepping out for cigarettes and I ain't coming back. Like, it's not even nonchalant about it. It actually just leaves. And then it never comes back. Just like your mom. I know what I said. I'm not correcting it. Don't, don't, don't. Just don't, okay? I'm going to let you know, just don't. I know what you're thinking of, just don't. Okay? Just don't. Hey, I didn't even know that was dirty. Okay, what's with this? Okay, let's be real. What's with that? I know things are like things here, but like things can be other things, you know? Like things can be like things and more things, you know? Would be cool. Would be cool to be other things, though. Hold on. How much of this is clean? There's this. The flagpole. I know that. The fifth panel. Alright, what else needs to be cleaned? Roof cap. I'm aware of that. Slide frame. Okay. Roof. Okay. Top door frame. Alright, tell me, what am I looking at? Am I looking at a door? Oh, it's not this door. Alright, hang on a sec. Top ring frame cleaned. Okay. Window. Vertical frame. Slide frame. Second tier panel. Let's do a slide frame. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by slide frame? What do you mean? What do you mean by slide frame? Okay, so one of these slide frames needs a cleaning. Where is it? I thought you'd highlight it for me so I know where it is. This way. There it is. Oh, yeah. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is fucking dead. How do I have the strength of Atlas to fucking lift this thing? Oh, there it is. Get it. Oh. There it is. Fucking get it. It's too far away. I can't get it. It's too far away. Yeah. See? Can't get it. Yeah. See? Alright, something's one of these things is not like your mother. There we go. We're still cleaning, we're still clean. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Aha. Ew. I'm I'm stuck again. Alright, hang on a sec. We can get a clear vantage point, maybe. Hey. Maybe I'm cleaning. Maybe I'm cleaning. Maybe I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck again. But I can do this now. And end up. Oh wow. Almost vomited with that one. Shit. Why is that the case? I don't know. You tell me. Just kidding. Just kidding. You can't tell me. You don't even know. Aha! I did it! $4. Fuck yeah. $4. Yeah, $4. Fifth panel. Alright then, tell me. What is it? Oh. Well, that's cool. I did it. And there's roof cap. I understand that. That's already kind of... So flagpole. Yeah, that's kind of... It's getting there. Okay. Fifth tier panel. Tell me. Tell me. What is that? Third tier. Third tier. Third tier. What the fuck? Hang on. Wait. What the fuck? Oh. How many of these vertical panels are left? That's what I want to know. And what's on them exactly? Oh, okay. They're in the fucking corner. Hmm. From Soft Wiener Touching Simulator. Alright, give me a sec. I need to get up there. Need. Hold it. Someone showed me something that I shouldn't have been shown. Oh, it's you. I think I might know why you're telling me this. There's something down here, isn't there? I just can't get to it. Alright, hang on. Ow, my tibia. I'm coming. We're almost done. We're almost... okay, no, okay, never mind. It fell off. Oh. fall off what you were never on. Oh, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh. Ah, I did it. There's another one. There's another one, like, right there. Here, you know what? Haha! Send him closer. No, stop getting stuck. Stop it! You're not even that girthy. Stop. Stop. Oh. Okay, what? Oh, fuck! I thought... There's that one. That one right there. Alright, is there any more of these fifth areas that I should be worried about? And now it's just that one. Okay, so my dumbass just thought that one was blinking. It's not. Mm-hmm. There we go. This one for sure. This one for sure. I got this shit. What the fuck? Cleaning, cleaning, clean. I did it. I fucking did it. Are we done? Yep. We're done with that. First tier ring frame. Done. Okay. Flagpole. Alright, I know where the flagpole is. Roof. Roof cap. We got door frame. Top of door frame. Mm-hmm. Alright, so now it will just depend on Wee. I'm stuck in a rut with my butt. My fucking butt. Ooh, stinky. Haha! I did the thing. I did the thing. Top frames. What? Oh, there's this area now. That's right. There's still you guys. Okay. There we go. Now we're done. What do we got next? So we got window frames. We're not done with that. Got one more of those, and after that, we just do the roof. We just tackle the roof and the flagpole and shit. Okay. Well, let's do the window. Is it the one I'm looking at? Yes, it is. Alright, perfect. It's the frame. Okay. Watch this shit. Yeah. Kind of figured. Alright. Here we go. Big finish, baby. Nobody likes a dirty roof. That's why I'm cleaning it. Oh. I piss in it. Haha. Here we go. This is gonna be really fucking satisfying right now. Watch this. Oh, watch it just blow away, man. Holy shit. Oh, that. Uh-huh! Woo! That ought to do it. Woo! Look at that shit. Look at that. Life. Well, that be the end of it. I hope you enjoyed. And do remember this. I don't want just you, but I want everybody to stay glitchy. Ciao, babies. I'll be seeing you in the next stream. Maybe. Unless I scared you off. I'm sorry if I did that. I am. Something about this game really just makes a person open. You know, maybe I should stay away from it then. Alright, well, goodbye.
See you next time.
Oh, and if you did somehow make it this far, you could probably just try and forget about everything I just said there. You know, perhaps maybe things got a little too real. But do remember this. Do be kind. Okay? Be kind to one another. Stop smacking people. Don't do it.